What's up everybody, Brian Tong here, and in my hand, yes, I have the new 16-inch MacBook Pro, M3 Max inside in space black. So I wanted to kind of, put this out so you could really see how dark this is. For me, someone who owned the iBook, that matte black finish, this definitely is a callback to that. And what's not to love when it's more pro looking with this just deep dark finish. Now, the thing about this is this surface, it's a new process that Apple has developed that with an anodization that allows you to reduce fingerprints. So we know on dark surfaces, you don't want all that muck, you don't want all that gunk. This model, I haven't used it for that much. I'm just holding it for you right now, but this is expected to have, lower fingerprints that show on here. And you got the amazing case here, right? Ooh, it looks so good. The way the light hits it. It does actually, I don't know if I'm making this up in my brain, but it does feel smoother to touch when I touch this. Now, I'm an owner of an M1 Max MacBook Pro. I did not upgrade to an M2, but when I look at this machine, you talk about the power inside it, right? The M3 Max processor, 16-core CPU, 40-core GPU, and this is their next generation architecture for their GPU with their largest leap in performance. Now there's an industry first new feature called dynamic caching where local memory gets dynamically allocated in real time based on exactly the amount needed for whatever the task requires. And this significantly increases the performance for the most demanding apps that you use. There's also hardware accelerated mesh shading that enables the rendering of more visually complex scenes. And then hardware accelerated ray tracing that comes to the Mac for the first time for realistic lighting, shadows, and reflections, all in the new M3 chip. And just so you know, the A17 Pro chip in the iPhone, that has these same features. Apple just didn't talk about them as much since the iPhone is really a more consumer-geared product. Now the M3 is able to deliver the same multi-threaded CPU performance as the M1 with just half the power now, showing these huge gains in performance and efficiency. And it's never been about just pure raw power, although it has more than enough of it with the M3. This is about power efficiency and up to a 22 battery life, whether you're plugged into power, whether you're using the battery on the MacBook Pro while still being nearly silent. And this is a machine that is up to 2.5 times faster than my M1 Max, depending on the tasking configuration. And it also now supports 128 gigs of unified memory. Now that was previously only in a Mac Studio with an M1 Ultra chip. Well, now that's come to the new MacBook Pro. That's intriguing for me. Also, right, this has really been geared, and they talked about it in their presentation, for people who own Intel. We've talked about it before. Apple Silicon is so powerful. It is, I don't like to use the cliche, but it is so beast. If you're someone like a content creator, you're someone like a coder, you're someone like a 3D artist, a graphic artist, if you want that next level of power, well, this is the product for you, right? I look at it, it's gorgeous. Again, I didn't upgrade to an M2 Max, but a combination of the speed and performance that I'll be gaining from this, that is something that I can't turn away. So just want to kind of show you, right, even port-wise, when you look at this, it has the same ports, 2 USB-C here, you got the MagSafe 3 here, the audio connector, and then if you flip it around to the other side, you'll still have the SD card, another USB-C, and then the HDMI port. These are all the same ports, but really the big thing here, the new M3 chip inside, and then the option for Space Black. Now also, if you want to take a look at this, you want to talk about pricing, they've done some really interesting things here. This is the 16-inch model. It will still start at $24.99. You also have the 14-inch model. That can be configured with an M3, an M3 Pro, or an M3 Max chip. That 14-inch model now starts at $15.99, and it used to start at $19.99, so you got some nice options there with M3 as the baseline chip in the 14-inch MacBook Pro. So let's talk availability here. The M3 Pro and the M3 Max models, you can order them today, but they will be available on November 7th. That's when they'll start rolling out. But there you go, a first look at the beautiful, the gorgeous space black finish for the M3 Max MacBook Pro. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't hear anything because you rarely hear the fan on this. Pretty sweet stuff. So we'll have more in-depth looks. Obviously, we'll have reviews coming out as well. But there you go, your first look at the new M3 Max 16-inch MacBook Pro.